Every single time you write a widget in Flutter, there it is. BuildContext. It is the ultimate boilerplate parameter. Most of us just accept it, pass it down to other functions, and hope we never have to think about it. But if you do not understand it, Flutter will eventually punish you with a red screen of death. Today we are going to demystify exactly what this mysterious object is, why it exists, and how to stop treating it like a hot potato. Imagine you are inside a massive office building. You want to buy a coffee, so you ask someone, "Where is the cafeteria?" If you are on the first floor, they might say, "Right down the hall." But if you are on the 50th floor, that exact same question has a completely different answer. The question, "Where is the cafeteria?" is meaningless without knowing where you are standing. In Flutter, your widget tree is that office building, and the build context is your location marker. It is a handle that tells the framework exactly where a widget sits in the grand scheme of things. Let's look at the actual source code of the Flutter framework. In Flutter, everything is a widget, but widgets are just blueprints. They are cheap and rebuilt constantly. Under the hood, Flutter manages an element tree which does the actual heavy lifting. If you inspect the element class in the Flutter framework, you will find it implements BuildContext. Yes, you heard that right. A build context is literally the element object itself, wrapped in a restricted interface so you do not accidentally mutate the tree directly. When Flutter builds a widget, it passes its corresponding element as the context. Why does a widget need to know its location? Because of ancestor lookup. When you call theme.ofContext or mediaQuery.ofContext, you are asking Flutter to search up the tree from your current position. Flutter takes the context, your current location, and walks up the parent pointers one by one until it finds the nearest theme or mediaQuery widget. This lookup is an O1 operation because Flutter uses an internal map of inherited widgets, but it absolutely depends on starting at the correct spot. This brings us to the classic Flutter footgun. You write a scaffold, and inside its build method, you try to show a snack bar using scaffold.ofContext. You run the app, click the button, and boom, scaffold.of, called with a context that does not contain a scaffold. Why? Because the context you passed belongs to the widget that contains the scaffold, not the scaffold itself. Since Flutter searches upwards from that context, it never sees the scaffold you just created. It is like looking for a cafeteria on the roof when you haven't even entered the building yet. To fix this, we need a new context that sits below the scaffold. Flutter provides a brilliant utility widget called Builder. A builder does one simple thing. It takes a closure and passes it a brand new build context located exactly where the builder itself is placed in the tree. Now, when you call scaffold of context inside the builder, the search starts below the scaffold, finds it successfully, and your snack bar slides up beautifully. By mastering this simple coordinate system, you can control state, themes, and navigation with complete confidence.